It's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 12. I'm joined by Kayla and Mike today. I'm Eric, your host. How's it going, Mike?
Happy holidays to you both. It's going well, and Yoshi's Island is not a Mario game. No.
How are you, Kayla?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Nice. Yeah, as Mike teased, it's Mario Day, March 10th. And I don't know, is Yoshi's Island a Mario game? We'll see. But you guys will be hearing this on the 12th, so it doesn't matter. What have you been checking out lately, Mike?
A bunch of movies lately. Nothing, not really playing anything. We'll talk about the movies in a bit, but checked out that Monster Hunter presentation a couple days ago, and really excited to play that when it comes out. It comes out the 26th, I think, so we're about that soon.
Yeah, I gotta get on that train, I think. I gotta get there.
And ride it.
Yeah. How about you, Kayla? I know you started Ratchet and Clank. How's that treating you?
I did start Ratchet and Clank.
Awesome.
I didn't get very far. I don't know, maybe if I had to put levels on it, I would say like level 3. I'm not a fan of flying. I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
Flying's
Is there
hard.
there's little flying sections in between worlds in that? I can't remember.
There was a flying section early on, like where you're just trying to shoot bad guys, but yeah, it was hard for me. Up is down and down is up, and
it's inverted. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a pain. They don't have an option for that to swap.
My option was make Eric do it, so
Good option.
Yeah.
I'm an inverted controls guy. I find anyone who can't deal with inverted flight just, I don't know, a maniac.
Flying's always hard for me. Even in Spyro, flying was hard for me.
I played a little of that, the remakes of Spyro recently with Greg.
Yeah, they're cute and colorful. I like them.
Oh, yeah. They're fun. This is your first Ratchet game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first time?
Yep. I don't know anything about Ratchet and Clank, to be quite honest.
It's a perfect jumping on point because it's kind of just a reimagining of the first game, from what I understand. So
yeah, it's fun.
It's cool.
Yeah, I thought I've just been watching and like I'm a little blown away. I'm digging it way more than I thought. Definitely not my type of game, I think, but the humor is all Eric. Big fan. And there's even like fourth wall like breaking stuff about it being like a reboot or whatever. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's still funny. Like, it's still, like, tongue-in-cheek, so...
Yeah, I'll see you next time they decide to reboot us.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, okay, that's cool.
Right.
I like that self-aware kind of stuff.
That launched alongside that animated movie, and I've never watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even, like, mention it in the game. They say, like, oh, yeah, this is a game based on a Hollow video or something. It's like, that's... Alright.
Right.
Cool. That's funny. Yeah, we've been watching a lot of movies too. We'll get into them in the movie section because we're going to be doing a little bit of quick reviews on a couple things that we've all been checking out. But first, we'll get into the news. Heavy rumors on a Switch Pro dropping a new 4K OLED screen Switch, larger, I think. 7-inch screen from the 6.5 or so screen.
4.
Okay.
2.
Yeah, I think you're right there. And this coming after the Switch Lite was recently released as well. But it's all coming from like
small screen.
It's all coming from like business analysts and stuff like that. I haven't really seen anything specifically from Nintendo, so it's all still rumors at that. Do you everything I've read, they've just said like, yeah, this is basically happening. Like, you know, Nintendo's going to do this at some point in the year. Are you that confident?
I mean, the story broke at Bloomberg, so that's where the Schreier dog's at, Jason Schreier. So this has been a rumor for a couple years now, and it seems like it's finally coming to a head where they gotta do something. They have the most popular machine out there, and it's kind of chugging along with some of these ports and things like that. Maybe get a little more power in it somehow.
So Kayla, live on the air, I need you to tell me, do we wait for the Switch Pro or do we get a current model Switch? I need you to tell me.
If you could tell me, hey, Switch Pros are coming out this year at this time, I would be able to answer that.
It won't be this year.
Jason Schreier, man.
I don't think.
He's a guy. I mean, like, Holiday would be the ideal, I think, if you can get anywhere near Holiday.
I would think, I don't know, it would be so neat to have that 5-year gap, like in March of 2022 or something. And to me, that just makes sense. I don't know. Yeah. You know, they have some kind of big event, Breath of the Wild sequel, you know, Splatoon 3 is going to run well on it. The Pokemon Legends thing. That's my 2 cents.
I'm kind of iffy at getting things right at launch, too. I'd rather not deal with the headache of all the issues.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
What do you think?
I would pull the trigger, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. Kayla didn't answer, so I think it's Mike. I've been seeing the Mario edition one all over restocks and stuff.
There's a Monster Hunter one launching with the game, too.
Oh, boy.
Looks kind of slick.
This is the Switch sales podcast now. There we go. Yeah. Playing some Monster Hunter and talking about it on the pod would be a lot of fun.
How much do those things run?
$300.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on the Mario one, the one that's nice, where it comes with the Mario colors and the case and everything else. Yeah, nice $2.99.
Yeah.
Again, it's just hard because if we wanted to play together, we would both have to have one.
Well, the Switch is a little different in that sense, yeah.
A Switch now? A Super Switch later? I mean...
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. That's why I was like,
Yeah, well...
Kayla gets the Super Switch.
She deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe by the end of this month, maybe podcast number like 15 or something will be... Here's a Switch. Look at what that looks like. Oh, boy.
I'd love to play Breath of the Wild and Monster Hunter. Sounds like that's available on Switch, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out in a few weeks.
Well, shifting gears just a bit from the Switch to some more rumors, speculation, and video game nonsense. The Elden Ring leak. So Elden Ring, if anyone doesn't know, is a highly anticipated From Software game from the people who brought you the Dark Souls series and Bloodborne. The big twist with this one, it's their first open world game, and they're working in collaboration with George R.R. Martin, who we know is real quick at releasing things. As soon as they're even rumored, they just come out, right? So what we got was some shaky-cam footage of about 2 minutes or so of actual trailer footage. Something that was from the developers. It's real bad. It's real ugly to look at, but people are eating it up. Have you checked it out at all, Mike?
Unlike you, I respect Miyazaki-san and everyone at FromSoft, and I have not looked at the leak. I've heard about it, though. From what I've heard, it's Dark Souls with a horse. What do you think?
You're not wrong. Yeah, it's there's a horse, so that's a thing. But yeah, I think those worlds are just so big and beautiful and dark and scary, and this footage, like I said, it's a shaky cam. It's like, I think someone's like handheld camcorder pointed at a monitor, essentially, and it's real cut up vignettes of a trailer. It's not even a full trailer. It's various parts of a trailer or something like that. So I don't recommend anyone checking it out. I feel like it's only kind of a disappointment. It's nothing. It's nothing that's going to, unless you're the ultimate, like, I need to eat up anything. This is at least a proof that it exists. There's a thing out there.
It's quickly become like the last guardian of the moment where like people are like, oh, we haven't heard about it in almost 2 years. What's wrong with it? Kayla, I'm interested in how your excitement level for it, because it has the George R.R. Martin connection.
Even if it didn't, I would be super excited for it. But it would...
Okay, cool.
Yeah, is it going to be as difficult as the Dark Souls games?
I mean, from what I've... Sekiro seems like it was the toughest, at least for me, so I don't see them getting any easier.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be one of the games that I play personally, but I am super excited to watch Eric play it. It could come out sooner. I would be happy.
Sure.
Yeah. That one's... It's so weird with Elden Ring. Out of all of the things that are upcoming, it's just... And I played all the Dark Souls. I've played Sekiro. I've played Bloodborne, and for the most part, I've loved them all. I'm like a Dark Souls 2 supporter, like one of the only ones. Defender, I guess would be the term. I like Dark Souls 2 as much as any of the other ones not named Bloodborne, basically.
Oh, wow.
But I'm sure once it comes out, fine. But even like my hype level of like Cyberpunk or something like that, while that was coming out before I knew it was a mess, way higher than Elden Ring. I mean, how about you, Mike?
Cyberpunk, doesn't that seem so long ago?
That was 3 years ago, I think, at this point, right? We're coming up on an anniversary, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Running smooth now, I think. No. No, sorry, your question was...
what is your... what's your excitement level?
I remember we watched that reveal together at the E3 almost 2 years ago at the Xbox event, and I don't know, it didn't do much for me then, because I guess I just want something Bloodborne. That's what I really want, or even Dark Souls. I don't know, but we'll see what this new thing is. I want to see them come out and really show us gameplay and what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, and then they'll just, pull the rug out and say, it's Bloodborne 2. We lied. It was a big... And here's also the sixth book in the Game of Thrones series.
Yeah.
We're packaging them in.
That's how you're going to be playing Elden Ring and be like, wait, Targaryen? Wait, what? Why are these names? Like, slowly doling out the next book, and inside of that, you have to read every item description to really get it all.
Oh, God, yeah.
How many secret boss fights that you'd have to beat?
That's probably more likely than us actually getting that sixth book. So, I'll take it. But that was all fun and games.
What about you? Are you excited?
Oh, me? I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not as excited as I probably should be, just because I've enjoyed everything from.
I guess you don't have a lot to go off of, really.
I mean, I've seen the most footage of it out of the three of us, and the footage didn't sway me in one way or the other. It's just been for whatever, since like the original reveal and the rumors since then and everything else. I want Bloodborne 2, like Mike. I mean, like I'd even take, honestly, Sekiro 2. I take something in a much different direction, and this very much seems like medieval or fantasy,
it
high
seems
fantasy.
super high fantasy.
Yeah. So
like
not...
Which, it's not really my bag right now. I don't know. I want that dark Cthulhu, Castlevania kind of setting of Bloodborne, but...
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. I'm sure it's gonna be great. I mean, From just puts out bangers every time, so I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna enjoy it, and talk about it on the spot. So...
Here.
But, first they came for our potatoes. And it was fine.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. Came for our potatoes, and it's fine. But then they came for our bunnies, our bunny boobies. And it's not fine anymore. It's not fine anymore. Big controversy in the world of bunny boobies. So Space Jam 2, or Space Jam A New Legacy, I believe is the actual title. Kind of gaining some steam for all the wrong reasons lately. A lot of controversy over some changes to some character designs and some characters left out. It's all a bunch of ridiculousness. We're not going to talk about that. But I wanted to just talk about Space Jam 2 in just general terms. It doesn't seem like it's something we've touched on. It's coming out in July. What's our excitement level. Do we have any excitement level at all? I think we're all fans of the original. How about it, Kayla? Any excitement level?
Nope.
Okay. How about you, Mike?
Very little. Definitely going to check it out, but I just don't think it's going to have that same magic that first movie had. It tied in so well with Jordan, leaving basketball and then coming back, and I don't know. I don't know what the hook of this one's supposed to be. Like, just the same
LeBron
thing.
will just change teams and then go back. He'll be on the Monster.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh.
I would love for a twist like that. I mean, I don't think that's at all where they're gonna go. I think it'll probably be pretty, probably follow almost the exact same story, like, I don't believe in cartoons, but I'm gonna believe in them now.
I'm eager to see what other basketball players are going to be in, because in that first one, you had Charles Barkley, Sean Bradley, Patrick Ewing, Muggsy Bogues, all kind of characters themselves within the game. I don't know if there's players to equal that now with that kind of character to them. Maybe Draymond Green from Golden State or something like that could fit the Barkley role. I don't know. I don't even know if the movie's going in that direction.
There's definitely a lot of dudes in the NBA that are, like, charismatic and stuff, but yeah, I don't know if it's going in that direction either. I don't know. I mean, like, a Steph Curry cameo or something would be a lot of fun, or, yeah, a Draymond cameo or something. But,
sure.
Like,
I mean, there's the joke. There's that joke in the first one where, like, Barkley lost his ability to play, and he's like in church praying. He's like, I'll never date Madonna again. And I don't think you can have that kind of a joke in this one anymore. We'll see.
I just don't think it was needed. I don't think they can recreate the magic that was there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy that this movie has been rumored for so long, and testament to LeBron for being able to remain like the best player in the NBA and actually see its release. Yeah,
it's kind of wild to me that it's now coming out. I mean, like, what took so long, that aspect, and just it seemed like it just wasn't going to happen for the longest time. Like, it was a rumor. Oh yeah, of course they're going to make the LeBron Space Jam 2. Of course they are. And then, like, you saw posters and stuff like that, like, 2-3 years ago, and you didn't know if they were just, like, fake mock-ups or, like, legit like, posters or whatever. And then now, all of a sudden, it seems like it's like, okay, it's a done deal. It's coming out in July. We got a release date and everything else. What do you have a guess on how much this movie is estimated to cost or rumored to cost right now?
I would think it's low.
So would I. But let's say it's not.
Oh, really? Seems like it's all, like, computer generated, like, background from those screenshots in Entertainment Weekly, I think. But how much? Well,
it costs a lot to kind of, modest the bunny, I think. $160 million budget on this. Yeah. I don't know if that's a lot of LeBron or some cameos we don't know about or what, but yeah, I was looking at that and that blew me away. Because yeah, like, everything we've seen is I mean, what could it be? I mean, it's a cartoon movie. What are they spending it on?
Wayne Knight.
They do have a longer list of casts.
Who else is in the cast?
Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Jim Carrey.
Oh,
let's see.
I should have done my research.
Now I'm scared that this isn't very accurate.
Yeah, I mean, if it's got that,
I mean, it's just Google.
That someone's dream Space Jam 2 cast. Reading Eric's diary.
Oh man, yeah, Kyrie. That's interesting. I think you could do some fun there.
If Clay Bay's in it, I'll definitely watch it. I love Klay Thompson.
Hit a 3.
Maybe he's in crutches or something.
No, that's right. Yeah, he's hurt. Huh? Oh, so that's all for the news section. Now we'll get into our review section. We've been checking out a lot between just the three of us. Mike, seeing as you were the only one to check out Coming to America, let me know what that was all about.
Oh, you guys didn't watch it? Oh,
no.
It was okay. It exceeded my expectations. I was excited for it, but I kept thinking like it's never going to be coming to America, the original. Which, man, I've been talking about this movie a little bit, and it's difficult to to talk about with the title structure that they went with. Which one are you talking about?
Gotta use your hands.
But I liked it overall. It's a completely different feel to it. It's definitely more of a family kind of movie.
Eddie's daughter is in it, right?
Oh, okay. She's because the story is Hakeem and his wife, I forget her name, have 3 daughters, and they never had a son. So he had an illegitimate son at some point in his time in Queens, in New York. So he has to go find him. But yeah, I would think one of his real life daughter must be one of those 3 girls.
Yeah, I thought I saw an interview with the two of them that they did, just, what's it like working together, that type of thing. So is Eddie pretty good in it, at least? Does he stand out in any way?
I mean, as like some of the side characters, like the barbershop crew, they're in a couple scenes, and it's just nice. The barbershop scenes are probably my favorite part of the original. So just to see that group back together is fun. Him as Akeem, I didn't like it. I didn't think Eddie was very good in this as the main character. The actor who plays his son in this is pretty good. I liked him a lot. He had some of the funnier moments in the movie. Leslie Jones plays his mom in it, and he's fine. It's a lot of cameo heavy type stuff. You're getting, James Earl Jones. There's a scene where James Earl Jones wants to have a funeral while he's still alive. He wants to be a part of it. So he's just chilling in a casket while he's still alive. There's fun, absurd stuff in it, but if you got Prime, check it out. It's on there.
How long has it been since Eddie Murphy was in a movie?
He's been doing stuff. He was in that Dolomite movie. What was that, last year, the year before? Dolomite is My Name? Is what that was?
Yeah, it followed the famous blaxploitation actor, right? It's kind of a biopic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Wesley Snipes was in that, and I've heard that he was really good in that. So I was like, oh, okay, Wesley's back. He'll be good in this. I didn't like his character in this. He's like the leader of the neighboring country called Nextdoria.
Okay, sure.
And he's kind of pressuring Eddie, like, hey, man, if you don't, you're a weak nation. Like, if you don't get a son or something real quick, or your daughter marries my weird son, we're going to come fuck you up, basically. So it's fun. It's probably a little too long. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I want to do a double feature.
I watched that night.
Right. Yeah, I really want to watch both of them. The rewatchables did the first one, and
I think that'll be a jarring experience.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, listening to all the coverage on Eddie, from multiple different places, I just he's a talented dude. I feel like he doesn't get, sometimes he does get his due, when you talk about, the most influential comedians and stuff like that. So every once in a while he gets his due, but just as an actor, as a creative mind, I don't think he gets his due all the time, and hopefully he keeps it up. Yeah, he's definitely
he's gonna do stand up. He's finally gonna go back to stand up.
Oh, really? Wow.
That might have been pre-COVID when I was hearing that last year, but I thought I remember he was planning on doing some kind of thing. And that would be interesting, because his kind of acts, you go back to Raw and Delirious, I find them very funny, but I can view them with a 1980s mindset, I guess. And we'll see if his act can evolve with the times. I'd like to see what that would be like.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, honestly, because that's what people always say. Oh, cancel culture, things were better in the 80s or the 70s or whatever, when you could just tell a joke, blah, blah, blah. But, you could still do it. We'll see if Eddie can, where he's at. But if anyone can, he's just uber talented. him being back on SNL a year back or more. He's great. I think they said he won an Emmy. I think I heard. So he's got something. But
nice.
Sticking in the comedy realm, we all checked out Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. Kayla, I don't think we talked about it. We watched it. And I don't think we even really had a conversation afterwards. What did you think?
Yeah, we kind of just were like, huh.
Oh man.
And moved on with our day. I didn't hate it. I liked it. I liked the weird musical part of it. Thought it was funny, made me laugh. I liked it. It just isn't as good as I think I had hopes. You know, when you tell me putting Kristen Wiig and the bridesmaid writer together, or a bridesmaid's writer, I'm real pumped.
Yeah, they wrote it together.
Yeah, it was good. It just was a little weird.
So, Mike, I think you
it.
might have. Yeah, okay.
Ate up that hot dog soup. Ate all of it. I really enjoyed this. I showed Selena, my girlfriend, the trailer for it weeks ago. I was like, oh man, this looks cool. You know, Kristen Wiig, we're big fans, and paid the $20 price tag for this one.
Yep.
And
yep.
It was a fun ride. I really enjoyed it. Annie Momolo is Barb's actress's name, and she was a writing partner with Kristen Wiig on Bridesmaids, and she stole the movie for me. I'm Team Barb all the way. I loved it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a parallel there with Coming to America with Kristen Wiig playing two characters. That was kind of interesting.
Right. I forgot that Kristen Wiig plays the villain as well.
Yeah, that was fun to see.
Kayla caught it before I did.
I caught it right away. I know that face.
It took me a while.
Even after I said it to Eric, he just was like, "Oh,
is that her?" Yeah, I was like, "Is it?"
I didn't believe me either. So that's funny. Yeah, she was like, "That's Kristen Wiig," and she's like, "No, it ain't."
Yeah, I thought it was a great transformation. I mean, I did not know. I mean, I thought it just looked like a screwball comedy, and it was, but there's a wild, secret agent-esque, subplot.
Yeah.
I mean, not even a subplot, the plot.
The plot. I guess I probably could have done with less of that. I think that's the stuff I didn't like so much.
Yeah, it was a little jarring, I would say. I thought
just the opening scene of Barb and Star in their place of work just chatting. I could have watched.
Yeah, I liked them. Yeah, I liked their scenes together. I wasn't crazy about the villain.
Yeah, I think I agree. They were great together, and any of those just kind of fish out of water scenes. Or the scenes where they were in their element, go into their book club and stuff like that. That was good stuff. I could have watched a 2 hour, hour and a half.
Club.
Oh, the Talk Club. You're right. All those people were so weird. All their friends or frenemies or whatever. That. The weird characters were kind of the way to go. Kristen Wiig playing two characters, both super weird. I liked what's it? Jamie Dorian.
Yeah, from the 50 Shades franchise.
Yeah, I thought he was real cool. I've never seen anything else that he's in. Yeah, I know he's the dude from 50 Shades or whatever, but I thought he was quite funny as a weird kind of love interest.
There's a weird 98 Degrees style music montage in this. I didn't know if that was the Miami type vibe they were going for. That's what it seemed like to me. I liked all the weird, absurd kind of stuff in this.
Yeah, we just don't get enough comedies like this anymore. I mean, it just seemed for a while Judd Apatow was just cranking them out and stuff like that. And then you had Bridesmaids and in there as well. It's few and far between, at least in the last couple years, it seems. And I don't know how well this movie's doing. I don't know. $20, whatever.
Yeah.
God bless them. Whoever greenlit this one, hey, thank you. It was awesome. It was good.
It's so weird. Yeah, it's just a weird. Like I'm super down for just more weird comedies. I hope that they can do that. And Kristen Wiig's just great. So she's charming and funny. So
it is sitting at a 79 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. Yeah, that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable score.
We got to bump that up. We got to get out
We're
there. We're
now officially critics. I think all you need to be critics is just like get a podcast.
Oh my god!
So
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're good.
Yeah.
We
terrible at being critical.
Send your screeners to 2050.
Yeah, just send it this way.
I'll talk about this as early as you want me to.
Before you give me rights to do it, I'll just talk. I'll just keep talking.
Yeah. NDAs? Fuck that. What does that mean?
Just letters. It's just letters.
That's all it is.
So we've talked about Barb and Star. We talked about Coming to America. But something a little bigger also hit over this last weekend. Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon. We talked about it quite a bit in previous podcasts, how we were pretty excited. And I think we all agree it didn't disappoint, right?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
I did not know. I should have known, or whatever. I guess I haven't gone and seen like a Disney movie in a while. But the short film ahead of it, Us Again, I thought that was wonderful. I think the whole time I sat there just losing my shit watching that. I mean, it's all music. There's no words in it. Tells the story of an old couple kind of reconnecting to their younger selves through music and dance.
Rhythm.
And
those baddies had rhythm.
Man, I feel like that's a little short film that I could watch constantly, even though it's kind of sad. What did you think of that one, Mike?
When I was looking at the show notes, I had no idea what it was, because on Disney Plus they'll separate the two, like a short from the movie. Oh, we had a frustrating time getting our Disney app to work on our main TV that night, and yeah, I think we were just like trying to get Raya on the TV as quickly as possible, and I didn't even think of a short. That's normally like a Pixar thing. I guess this is the first short Disney's done in a while.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it is a Pixar type thing. So I was not expecting it whatsoever. And man, check it out. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I hope it's on the end.
Oh man, well, get Josh to pirate it or something. I don't know.
Whoa.
That's what Josh does. Hey.
Yes, Josh likes to act like a pirate. That's all. He doesn't do anything illegal.
Yeah, Disney. Sorry, don't crack down. No.
Speaking of pirate, Alan Tudyk, the pirate from Dodgeball, is the voice of Tuk Tuk.
Of course, he is the voice of Tuk Tuk. Oh, so Tuk Tuk is a wonderful little armadillo bug. What is Tuk Tuk?
I don't think he's an armadillo. He's got a fuzzy face and not a big long nose or tongue.
You're right.
He's definitely a crossbreed armadillo something, teddy bear of some kind. But yeah, Tuk Tuk is the animal companion of Raya, who is a young girl who is part of the Heart Clan, who have to protect an ancient gem that could help save humanity at some point, right?
Yeah, that tells it. So we're done. That's Raya. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did. No.
It was so cute. The only thing I have to say about it, I just wish there was some music. No music in this one. Till the credits.
Oh, like actual song. This thing moves, man. Yeah. They have it's a kind of a cool high concept scavenger hunt kind of movie. After the act. And they need to get to, boom, tail, spine, like the different parts of this continent that has been ripped apart, basically. And everyone wants a piece of this gem. And eventually it breaks and it is split across the region.
Yeah, they do some cool backtracking. You start off in present day, then you get to see things that transpired before the present day. But yeah, like you said, you use the term high concept. It really is. It's a little different than your normal Disney movie because you didn't have, like, a love story. You didn't have a character really grappling with, there's some family aspects, but not in the same sense as, like, Brave, as an example of, like, oh, you're the daughter and you need to go find love or find your place in the world or that type of thing. No, it was really just like a high fantasy adventure.
It's about trust. Working together.
Yeah. I forget.
I think the movie has a great message.
Yeah, it's all about, unity and coming together for a common goal, a really important common goal. But it's great. I think, it's sitting at over 95% or something on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think it was like 98 last time I looked.
Yeah. It's really getting rave reviews, but I did want to mention its box office has been, like, really terrible. And I don't know if that's Disney Plus just released that they have over 100 million subscribers in 18 months.
Yeah.
So it's some of the best growth of a streaming service ever. So that could be a factor. You were able to purchase this movie through Disney Plus for $30 through their Premier Access. Hopefully people are, because first off, it's real good. I think we all... So. Yeah, I think we all agree with that, but, the box office, I was comparing to Tom and Jerry, which came out last weekend, and Tom and Jerry is, like, lapping Raya. It's kind of nuts.
Dear. Oh.
Yeah.
It's in 95 Rotten Tomatoes, just to make that correction.
What do you guys think is be a box office success after this last year and what's currently going on with theaters? So
the numbers are 8.6 million for Raya in its opening weekend. 8.6 million and 26.2 worldwide. So this is only the first weekend, 26.2, but Tom and Jerry in 2 weeks in the box office has eclipsed over 50 million. In its second week, it had already pulled in 8 million domestically and about 20 million worldwide. So just comparing them in its second week, Tom and Jerry is basically doing the same as Raya in its first week. So just like comparing the two, it seems like it's kind of lapping it. And like you look at their Rotten Tomato scores or their any review you look at, and like Tom and Jerry's garbage. Like it's a bad movie. It's not a successful movie. And Raya is just, it's Disney at its, like, top tippy, right?
I agree, man. Yeah, I walked away like, man, this might be my movie of the year, or at least if I would do like a top 10 at the end of the year, I think this would definitely be in there. I've seen it a couple times now and really liked it. I think if they ever release Disney Premier Access numbers, I think it would have to be pretty high. But I don't know. $30 is steep, but you got a lot of big families out there that are dying on a Friday night for a Disney movie to come out to put the kids in front of, I would think.
There were only 2 other groups in there when we were there, like a mom and father and daughter, and then a mom and daughter, and then us.
Right, you guys saw it in IMAX, right? How did that look?
Yeah,
because
I
thought the movie looked...
It was so colorful. It was so pretty.
Yeah. It almost, there were times when I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, is this like stop motion? Almost, things look tactile. Like the characters seem real almost. It's really good.
Yeah, visually striking. The coolest thing is you touched on it. So it's set in 5 different regions, essentially. It's 5 different nations in this kind of fantasy world. And throughout the story, you get to see these different nations. And mostly in like a distressed nature, but I think the world building and like the visual aspect of all those things was really a highlight. Like you got to see the little differences here and there of these different things, and seeing it in IMAX. Just like, yeah, it was beautiful.
Sure.
So that's Raya. I hope whether you check it out through Disney Plus, definitely worth the Premier Access. Hey, share it with someone. Maybe. do something like that, or go, be socially distanced, be safe outside, but it's worth checking out. Definitely a plus. I think all of us really, Mike, you said it might be your so far movie of the year at this point?
It's up there with Judas and the Black Messiah for me right now, which are two different films. But I don't know. I think I've thought about Black Messiah a lot since I've watched it, and I've thought about Raya too. Stick with me.
Yeah. I can't wait to check it out again whenever it becomes, fully available to stream on Disney Plus. Can't wait to check it out again, and I want to show it to people. I feel like it could be one of those things where I feel like Big Hero 6 kind of is one of those movies where now, after time, people have said like, "Oh yeah, that was really good." Like it was kind of a forgotten gem, and I wonder if Raya becomes that maybe.
I saw Big Hero 6 in an empty theater, just me and another person. So yeah, it might be that. It might be that one that just sneaks. I think like Princess and the Frog is one of those too that people really enjoy, but
I like that.
It was in that pre-Frozen Disney kind of world before they really blew up with their animation again. I hope not. I hope people go out and see it because it's really good. It's really good. Great voice cast. Kelly Marie Tran, I believe is her name, is the voice of Raya. She was also a voice in Croods 2. It's really good. It's great.
Yeah, I hope she gets maybe a little boost from that. I mean, she's kind of been
she's from
a little
Star
down,
Wars, right?
Yeah, and she had a lot of controversy with Star Wars. There was a lot of backlash. A lot of people on the internet were not nice about her role in Star Wars, about her ethnicity. There were a lot of bad things on the internet, and
it's really sad. She said like in interviews, like, "Yeah, I missed that person I was before, during the filming of that movie because the backlash of her character, like." And just how terrible the internet is. Not you, the listeners, not you guys, but the rest of them can be real awful, rotten.
And hopefully Raya, I mean, a strong female character, a strong, like, Asian female character.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everyone can see that, and that will be what people think of now with her. It could turn around her whole, career, because she seems talented, whether voice acting's the way to go, or back to live action stuff, because she's definitely talented, regardless of Star Wars, kind of coming off the rails or not, whatever.
Yeah.
I did, before we get into our wrap up and everything else, I wanted to, with a little bit of time between our 2-hour marathon WandaVision conversation, have you had a chance at all to think on anything? Has it changed at all in your mind, what you were feeling? I think we all rated it about a 7. Is it still kind of sticking the same, Nelson?
Yeah. Like I said, a couple of those movies I said have stuck in my mind. WandaVision really hasn't. It kind of just, there was a highlight after episode 6 where I'm like, man, the possibilities, what can happen? And then it kind of turns into a conventional Marvel kind of thing, which I'm used to, so I'm like, okay, that was fine. So I think it was fine. How about you guys? What do you guys feel about it? Days.
How about you, Kayla? I know we had a little conversation, like, right after we got off the pod, actually. But with a couple days later, has it changed anything for you?
No, I liked it, so I'm excited to see what happens next.
Yeah, I've been checking out some just reviews, checking out a little bit of the discourse on the internet and stuff like that, and I might watch it again, check it out, something like that. Maybe even just a couple episodes or something. I want to give it another chance. I wanted to really like it, and just kind of sort of liked it. So I might give it another chance, because some people are really, really digging it, thinking it's a good take on grief, and really fleshing out Wanda as a character and those type of things. And I don't know that any of us felt that way, but maybe in another viewing, something will stick. So before we fully wrap up, I want to discuss episode 13, which will be hitting. We'll be recording this weekend, and we'll be hitting on the 15th of March, we're going to play another game. So we're still hashing out exactly what that's going to be, but it's going to be a fun game with about 5 of the cast members. So definitely check that out. That'll be, like I said, episode 13. That'll hit Monday, March the 15th. If you liked our game of Bomb and you liked some of our drafts, be ready.
This game is called Glum.
Yeah, we're just doing all things that rhyme with Bomb. We're going to run out real quick, but we're going to have a couple episodes of material for that. As we always do, I would like to wrap up by asking you to please tell your friends about the podcast, subscribe, rate and review us on all of your podcast apps. We're on everything, so give us a share and a like on all of our social media. If you want to let us know how we're doing, send us a message on social media, or you can always go to anchor.fm/Machine of Nonsense, and you can leave us a voice message and be like Jenny. In an earlier episode, we featured her on an episode. You can hear your voice on these internet radio waves. Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to be a monster? Yes. Give us your voices. Lend us your strength. We are nothing without you. So, for Kayla, for Mike, this is Eric. This has been the Machine of Nonsense.
See ya.
Hasta Luigi.
See ya.
Have you heard?
I'm not a fan of.
Yes, solid.
Yeah, I've
Wow.
heard. I've heard.
His E-Pro's a little bit better than the real E-Pro.